Hey everybody, John Peterson from John Peterson Photography here again with you today. And in today's video I want to talk a little bit about charging your new X-T5 and what some of the options are. If you watched one of my previous videos, and I'll put a link for it up here, I talked about how I typically buy at least another OEM battery from Fujifilm, and then I also buy a few aftermarket batteries. I prefer the brand Wasabi, which is the brand that I typically buy. I've had pretty good luck with them. The value that you get for the price that you pay is great. It's been my experience over the years, though, that the aftermarket batteries don't work quite as well as the OEM batteries. They don't last as long, basically. If you looked at the specs between the two batteries, the Wasabi ranks even a little bit higher than the Fujifilm. 2250 milliamps an hour for the Wasabi versus 2200 milliamps an hour for the Fujifilm. So in theory, there's more energy density in the Wasabi battery. But in the real world, I have found that OEM batteries typically last a little bit longer. Your results may vary, so don't hold me to it. But, let's talk a little bit about how do you charge these batteries, either at home or while traveling on a workshop or a photo trip. Fuji took a step again with some of their latest releases, and they don't include a battery charger with the camera anymore. They give you a USB-C cable that you can charge in charge the battery in the camera via one of the ports on the side of the camera. I've never been a fan for doing that, just because the batteries heat up and, there's a chance of explosion, spill. Just the hassle of charging in camera is not something that I've ever really gotten in the habit of doing, and I don't really care for it. And while you're charging a battery, you can't use your camera. It's tethered to an AC outlet or your computer or whatever you're using to charge. So I typically charge outside of the camera, okay? But Fujifilm does not include a battery charger with this, so I had to buy an additional charger when I got the camera. The cool thing with the Wasabi batteries is they'll send you 2 batteries and a dual battery charger with a supplied USB-C to USB-A cable. And I've had a bunch of these over the years for all my different batteries, and and they work okay in a pinch. Again, my experience historically has been that they don't charge batteries as fully. Even OEM batteries, I'll plug the Fujifilm batteries in here, and they won't charge as fully as a stronger charger will. But, it's cheap. It's easy. It gets me 85–90% of the way there, and it's a great value. Over the years, I've typically found that OEM manufacturers do a great job, typically, with their accessories. And so I don't know why, but I actually spent the money to buy a dual battery charger from Fujifilm. It's the BCW235, and I'll show you a close-up and how that works with this. But this was, not included with the camera, or even a single battery charger, not included with the camera. So I had to spend close to $70 to buy this, which was more than 2 Wasabi batteries with a charger. And this is the kicker, this is what really rubs me a little bit raw, is that they don't even include a charging cable with this. I have to supply my own USB-C cable. So, which I don't mind because I have a ton of those around, but still it's the price value thing that kind of gets me. So kind of boo to Fujifilm, but that's one of the ways that they can help keep their cameras as affordable as they are. Okay, sometimes, you know, decontenting is happening around the marketplace in all sorts of different categories. So, you know, it's something that we as consumers need to get used to. We'll just get less and less for the same amount of money. It's just, it's a fact of modern life. It's just the way it is. Now, let me show you my tried and true workhorse. This is a dual battery charger with a AC cord, and this comes from a company called Watson. And I have had this charger for about 8 years now, I think. Whenever I drive to a workshop or a photo trip, I bring this charger. Whenever I need to charge batteries at home, I use this charger. This has been the most fantastic piece of kit that I've owned for any camera system that I have. You know, and all you do is you take the battery and you slide it in here, click it down, and it's got, I won't plug it in here, but it's got 2 LCD readouts here for both batteries, what their charge rate is, what their voltage rate is. This has been a fantastic charger. I think it originally cost me about 90 bucks when I got it, and it came with, you know, an AC cord. This base also has a USB-A outlet, so if you need to charge a USB-A device, you can do it right from here. But this has sort of been my charging base station whenever I'm out on photo trips. And the thing that's made this sort of future-proof for me was that you can buy different plates to plug in here. And here's a couple of plates for the new Fujifilm batteries, the W235s. And all you do is you pop these plates out, just like that, and plug in the new plates. And this will work with any battery now. I can just change out the plates if I change my cameras or the manufacturer changes the battery systems. You know, I've evolved from Canon to Fujifilm 1 and 2, 3, and now 5. And have bought different plates over the years to keep charging my battery. So this Watson is a fantastic device. I'll put a link to it below. They're a little bit harder to find these days than they used to be, but Watson makes some great power products. So let's take a look at the Fujifilm charger real quick, and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, let's take a look at the Fujifilm OEM dual battery charger, the BCW235. So if you open this up, again, you get all the manuals in various global languages, and then you get a charger in a plastic bag. And that's it. That's all you get in this bag for $70. And so what you can see, it's a dual slot. It's got an LED readout here down below, and it's got a USB-C charging outlet. Simple on the back. No, it's very simple charging brick. So since I have to supply my own USB-C cable, I grabbed one out of my stash and we'll plug it in here and see what happens. And this is a USB-C to USB-A cable that I'm using. So you can see, plug this in and the LCD lights up, and then what we get is a graphical indicator of the battery fullness. A little lightning bolt that says it's charging, and then what percentage of charge the battery has. So pretty simple, pretty easy. Yeah, doesn't really do much. Does what it says it's supposed to do. And I haven't really tested this in the field yet, but I will here in just a little bit as I'm headed to Iceland in a couple of weeks. And we'll give this a good workout, and I'll let you know if anything pops up with it. All right, folks, there you go. I hope that was a little bit informational for you on the different ways to charge your batteries for your X-T5. I'm loving mine. I'm loving the options and the variations that I have for charging, whether at home or on the go. and I have confidence in my power solutions that I'll never really be without a fully charged battery while I'm in the field. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos and have a great day. Bye-bye.